you're focused on Maynard. Or Danny comes in and you're like, there's Danny. But Adam and Justin will be in the background and be like, hey, let's trade parts. Okay, go. And then before you know it, he's doing the bass part and Justin's doing the guitar part, and you don't even realize it's happened. Welcome back to Low End University. I've been taking my sweet time working through Tool's 2019 album, Fear Inoculum, here on the channel, savoring each track and chewing on it a while before visiting the next one. I mean, look at these song lengths. Each song could be an entire EP from a punk band. I think I already made that joke once, but after reviewing Invincible on the channel a few months ago, many of you said Descending had to be the next song. Just put fresh strings on the Stingray, hybrid slinkies. Shout out to Ernie Ball for sending these over. The heavier bottom end gauges work really great for drop D, but also in standard. You gotta have fresh strings for the Justin tone. Off we go. Ambiance just centers you, just brings you down. It's like those ocean sounds you can listen to before bed. I might use this. The panning of that. Wow. The way they build stuff is so different every time. Yeah, so each of these songs I've heard, they all start a little differently, which further cements my point about each one almost needing to be savored. And it's like the concept of the album doesn't even make as much sense with what I've heard so far. Each one can really stand alone as its own EP. Again, some of these tracks are 13, 12 minutes. Okay, it sounds like the Justin tone. I always dial this in for every Tool video because, you know, I'm a Tool fan. I've heard 10,000 Days, Lateralis, but I slept on this album, so we're going through it here on the channel. His tone has been relatively similar once things get going to what I've come to know on albums like 10,000 Days, but he has this gradient now where he can soften it up a bit. And I like how this started off in D minor, this pattern that establishes sort of the heartbeat of the song. Get going, it's da 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 da. It's got a 2-3-2 sort of pattern here. We'll get to that in a minute. But everything else kind of falls on top of it. The guitar adds some different notes that I don't want to say clash with this part, but just contextualize it. I think it's just a D minor arpeggio, but again, it's like the heartbeat of the song right here at the beginning. Let me go back for a second. At least just hear this. So kind of lighter. I might turn my treble all the way down for this. Yeah. I don't think there's the F in there. I think it's just... Yeah, D power chord up here on the A. There's obviously a palm mute happening to give that softer versus... So... And it makes it short. It's not it's, which alludes to that kind of heartbeat thing I was talking about. But I think it's just oscillating between. something like that. I feel like I hear the F. But how is he playing it? Comes in on that flat 7 there, which just cuts through the D minor. It's implied minor, so I think there's a subtle F there. But you have this D minor sound. That C just comes in out of nowhere. The 7, it's a major second away, so it just catches your attention. There's an intensity factor there. Okay. Vocals. Ooh, I love when Maynard gets real velvety and real and warm. Like, I'm talking to you here, there's no effects on my voice, so you get that breathy, it's like the microphone's right here, it's that da-da, he's singing, and then it gets real wet, and you feel that change start to happen. Right there. Real cold, tremolo, Right with the guitars. Ooh. Okay, he's going between the two. Swells. Don't forget about that heartbeat. Hear the B flat get thrown in there? Damn it. They get me every time with these build-ups. Does it feel like the bass is now playing the guitar part? They're very keen on doing this. Adam and Justin will very subtly, when you're not paying attention, way in the background, you're focused on Maynard, or Danny comes in and you're like, there's Danny. I got to pay attention, because you always have to pay attention when Danny does something. But Adam and Justin will be in the background and be like, hey, let's trade parts. Okay, go. And then before you know it, he's doing the bass part and Justin's doing the guitar part, and you don't even realize it's happened. And sometimes you're like, has this been going on for 5 minutes? That's the beauty in their music. It requires as much paying attention as it doesn't, because you can easily just close your eyes and relax and just let it wash over you and just take it in for what it is. That's its own journey. Or you can like really look at the inner workings of it and see like beauty. It's like, it's like the more you zoom in physics, you look at the atom and quarks, and like you're like, there's beauty here. But if you don't, you're just looking at the things the atom makes up, and you're not worried about the technical inner workings of it all. That their music is just, I can't say this about very many other bands, but I'm going to back up. I'm going to hush for a few minutes. I just want to let this whole build hit properly. Let's go. Gotta catch that. subdividing it. Ooh, nope. Did it again. This is a bit like what happened in Invincible. You feel it like you're just about to arrive, and it's like, no, we're not there yet. But we're at a new level. We establish a new baseline. I feel like, I can't recall all the specific nuances of the songs I've heard from this album. It's not something you can do after a couple listens. And there's been some time between them. I think that's what makes each of these returns I do to the album almost like a brand new start. But that's been the theme I do remember. Let's build you up to here. We're going to drop back down a bit, but that's the new zero. We'll never be back down here again unless it's for a dynamic effect, like a 2-bar guitar thing and everything hits. But they bring you up without you even really realizing you're going up. It's such a slow burn. This is like the new bass line now. Bass is like the heartbeat, but it's on the lower, crunchy sound. There's that guitar part. I'm listening for that tag. I'm just hanging on to it. It's like the one life vest I have in this sea of, like, what time signature are we in? The answer is yes. I think this is intentionally supposed to be ambiguous in that, and you could latch onto anything, you would have a different answer, right? Ooh. I like this. I think he grabbed like a... It's not like it was the octaves, and then I heard like a 6th B flat to G. I don't know. Almost swung. Now we have a distorted guitar like properly. That's the new zero now. They've done it again. Just it's like going up flights of stairs. It really is. You don't know where the top is going to be yet, though. What a drum sound. Back to the bass intro. Recycling that bass intro with a whole new framework around it. So it feels familiar. I feel like I'm saying the same things when I reviewed Invincible. I feel it just coming back to me. The way they recycle riffs is not in like the word recycle has this lazy negative connotation when it comes to creativity, but there's a certain way you have to do it to like grab the listener's short-term memory, make something feel familiar when enough time has elapsed where they might not fully remember why it's familiar. That's the whole play here. We're bringing back the first thing you heard in the song. This type of thing, but it's the drums are different, the guitar's different, so in essence, it's different, right? There's that heartbeat thing. Wow. Okay, we're really picking up. Haven't heard that in a while. Not a sound or tone I typically hear from Adam Jones. It's like revved up like a Motley Crue song starting, like Motorcycle. Kind of have that kickstart my heart thing. Wow, okay, they really didn't fake me out this time. I sensed this heavier where we were going to land, but it wasn't like like that exhale that brings you back down. It really is. We're somewhere. It's just how are they going to take it higher or lower for the rest of the song? I don't know. The riff recycling, I'm using a positive connotation when I say that, is just immaculate here. If you really pay attention to all the ingredients they introduced, it's like a whole new dish when they bring it out. And I'm really still talking about the same thing. I think the vocals are doing it. You know, Maynard's writing up there on the 2 in D minor. That E, so he's doing a lot of. So that E oftentimes I feel is clashing with the B flat in the main riff. So we're getting that tritone. So the riff is down here, and he's up there going, which is major, B flat major. Then he goes up to the 2, which makes it. But that tense note's kind of riding there. So the riff down here doing the. You know, it's kind of irregular, so I don't have it down, but man, juicy. Bass and drum still back there. Cool, okay. I was going to say, you don't hear a lot of guitar harmonies in their music, at least what I've heard, which has been most of it except this album. The harmonies really just reside in very specific places Maynard puts them, but I almost feel like this guitar dual lead thing here is calling back to some of the harmonies that have been happening that have been pretty subtle. So again, I just think it's a calling back to some of the vocal things that have happened, or it's taking their place right here. But I can't ignore underneath that really beautiful, slightly dissonant, slightly harmonized dual lead thing, there's this bass fill happening that was crunchy. I got to hear it. But I have to remember when I rewind in a Tool song, like 1 inch on the bottom of the screen is like 20 minutes. So we got to be careful. Yeah, this stuff. Beautiful. Ooh, they threw the flat 5 in there. They snuck that blues scale in there, which is not rare. Well, I would say it's rare for them. I was going to say it's not impossible for them, but it's a very seldomly used spice. Yeah. It's subtle, and I think the bass worked that into the fill. Something like that. One more time. How about that? Bring you back in with something you know. This dizzying panning thing here almost reminds me of the intro. That ocean washing over you thing, it's almost calling back to that in a way. Bam out, bam out. It's coming in subtly. One, two, three, 1, 2, 1, 2. So, okay, amidst all the confusing subdivisions and groupings, again, I'm very curious. Well, I'm always curious what time signature a Tool riff or song is in when I first hear it. And it's always an answer I don't expect because you can really latch onto anything and declare it's that. But I think out of all the Fear Inoculum tunes, I'm really curious about these sections here because it truly seems like accents are happening. Nobody's in unison with each other. Now, they might line up at certain key points because that's what they do, but to really declare a section as something would be almost relative to what you're defining it to be. And I think this guitar entrance here is the first real thing I can say is for sure 7/8. 1 2 1 2 1 3. 1 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 1 2 3. That's the strongest, most implied time signature yet, which I think is intentional because everything has been almost trying to confuse you. This feels declarative. So this is signaling something. 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 1 2 3. Okay, now they're in unison. You got to pay attention when they do this. Some variations in there throwing me off. Wow. Good luck. Going with the kick drum there. Super halftime. Big, airy, open, just letting all the pressure they've built up kind of just deflate for a minute. Halftime, it's taking out a lot of the, surgical things he's doing. It's opening up into this wider groove. I'm noticing a change in the bass part too that I don't think was happening earlier in the sense that that same chord progression that's been familiar to me now. Those four chords, D, B flat, G, and F, they've all been cut and sliced so many different ways. I just know the notes are another pattern I can latch onto, but I think the bass is doing some chords here that I don't recall happening in earlier iterations of this. So a lot of this. Crunchy when you get that low and you're doing a power chord. Maybe even here. Or maybe just the octave. Right here. Okay, see, same progression here. I feel like he's not doing the chords now. It's single notes, and maybe that's to get out of the way of the guitar part. Man, I really felt like that was building up to something. It's another guitar solo. Let's see what happens. Yeah, the way that ended, like the beginning, it sounded a bit more like a thunderstorm this time. It could have been in reverse. I just never know the intent of that, but it's to really bring you up, bring you down. So the song started with and ended with the same, just that waves crashing sound, and it had all this in between. Again, this could exist as its own piece of work. I think the only common thread, or another one I should say, is that they really don't give you that payoff that you kind of are built up to believe is going to happen. And for me to say I want that is incredibly selfish as a music listener. I just have to take it in stride, whatever they give me. But again, I'm listening to these out of order, and lots of time has passed. So I imagine that hearing it all together will be like the final boss of this whole like 2-year-long Fear Inoculum discovery. Maybe it's been less than that, but it's been fun to revisit the album. It's like a fresh listen every time. Every song is the same, but not the same. And I'm really getting to reappreciate the things I remember, the certain themes they're introducing, again, taking you up somewhere and that being the new bass line. No pun intended. Taking you up here and that being, the new bass line. The new zero they set. But it happens so slowly and so magnificently. You have to be patient. There is no impatience or immediate payoff with this music, and I think that's why I enjoy just coming back. I'm not sure what track I have left at this point. I've done Invincible, Pneuma, Descending, Tempest, Culling, and again, if you go watch the first video I did on Pneuma, I have heard Fear Inoculum and Pneuma. Those were the first two tracks I'd heard. It had been years. Like I said, I can't listen to this in the car. Like, how do you drive around listening to that? I would rather sit with my headphones in the dark and take it all in, or sit here with you guys and do it. So I just put off listening to it. It's why I haven't done it. And then I forgot about it. COVID was happening. It was just, out of sight, out of mind. So revisiting Fear Inoculum, the title track might as well be a brand new listen at this point. It's been so long. But thank you guys so much for requesting Descending on the last video. Again, I have a couple left. This is a really fun side quest of the channel to make it through Fear Inoculum. Let me know what track to jump into next. As they say, I know the pieces fit. I'm putting them all together. If you'd like to support the channel further, the best way to do it is to come find us on Patreon. And the actual reason I'm doing this Fear Inoculum thing on YouTube is because I put that album on a full album poll over there very early on, and it didn't have much interest. So here we are. This is fine with me. And above all else, make sure you subscribe to the channel for the next one. Hit the bell notification, like the video. I love you all. We'll see you in the next one.